What is going on, guys? I'm back again. Back after a very long break. But after a very, very great event. Pay per view. Misfits 007 Agent. The Agent Edition. We're going to get a lot of questions answered. We're going to see a lot of big tests. A lot of people put to the test. It was just another great show to come. Just typical stuff that happens, every now and then. Great pay-per-view fights. Yeah, we were all excited. It was KSI finally getting tested to his limit. Finally, we were going to see him get tested since Logan Paul too. We were going to see if he had been putting in the work and if it was on Jake Paul's level or even higher. We were going to see if he was ready for Jake Paul and if he was ready for that next step. And it was going to be KSI versus Joe Fournier, the billionaire boxer, 9-0, IBF, I think IBF or champion, former, I think. Yeah, so it was a great name to have under your resume if you beat him. So it was the big test. We were all nervous for it. It was probably the hardest. It was going to be the hardest fight, potentially the hardest fight he's ever had. And a week before, we all in the couple of weeks before, we saw KSI talking about Tommy Fury, trying to do what Jake Paul couldn't do, fight Tommy Fury. So KSI was aiming for that Tommy Fury fight if he got the job done on Saturday night. So Tommy Fury was going to show up to this fight, and as we all know, he came and he got a quick scuffle with Idris Virgo, one of KSI's friends, which I don't know why they did that, honestly. He should have just left mind his own business and let Tommy sit there and watch the fight and have a proper... He almost ruined the face-off at the end that was going to happen if KSI got the job done. But other than that, Tommy was there. It was amazing. If KSI destroys this guy, it's an amazing matchup. It will do numbers in the UK. Two big names, a big family from the Furies. Two big guys from the UK going head to head in London. Oh, it would do amazing. It would do way more than Jake Paul did. In case I was trying to prove that he was the best, if he can't fight Jake Paul, because Jake Paul wants his terms, if he can't just fight Jake Paul directly, then he might destroy him indirectly from the outside. Destroying his legacy, he would do that 100%, beating Tommy Fury. That would 1,000% tarnish everything, and he could just leave after that. He could literally make it painful for Jake Paul. Just never give Jake Paul the chance, because Jake Paul would want the chance 100% if KSI beats Tommy. So that would be a really great alternative comeback. But we all know we want to see Jake Paul against KSI. Everybody wants that fight. And hopefully one day we get it. But other than that, it was the big fight, big fight. I was watching it myself. I was rooting for KSI. I thought KSI had it, man. I thought he was younger. He was going to be quicker. And he was going to show Joe that there was power on him. He was just not a normal YouTuber guy who just, was going to get punched and just give up. No, he was going against something he had never seen before. The Nightmare. Some guy who was fast, powerful, and was going to take his head apart. And he was never going to get tired. And Joe kind of relied on his skills, and he just thought it was going to be the easiest thing in the world. But then round one, KSI was starting to put it on him, man. Put her on him. He was hitting him hard in the face a lot. And Joe was not used to... He did not expect the speed that JJ came in. And yeah, he got checked up quick. And he keeps saying that, it would have taken him long to get used to it. But, you're fighting 6 rounds. So you're going to have to put it on him straight away. He should have known that. It's not a 12-round fight. It's a 6-round fight, fast-paced. Go at it, Don't get tired. You should not get tired of a 6-round fight if you're training really hard cardio. But, Joe took the round off, I guess, to read him. And then round 2 came up, and he was throwing a little bit more. He was trying to read him a little bit more. which I guess the fight was starting to get a little bit better, but KSI was still just trying to hunt. I saw him. He kept hunting for that right overhand. He was trying to connect to it, was barely missing, but he saw Fournier not giving KSI respect. He was having his hands a little bit down. He was not putting his hands up in the air, getting ready like Logan did, like getting ready for that huge overhand right. He wasn't scared enough. He wasn't respecting enough. And then, as you can see in round 2, like a minute in, I think, KSI lands a huge overhand right. We've never really seen a huge overhand right like that land before. I mean, it wasn't the best one, but it was a really, really powerful one. And it's like the first time we ever seen one. And Joe took it hard in the chin. And he keeps saying that it did not hurt him. My man stumbled and went to his rope side, to the ropes of his hide. He was like in the middle. He went all the way to the ropes. My man was trying to move out the way. He did not like that shot at all. And I don't know why he keeps lying that it didn't hurt him, but it did hurt him. You can tell it did. My man walks backwards. KSI comes up to him, tries to finish the job, and it lands a beautiful right hook. First, a body to the right from the right hand, and then a lovely right hook. And I was like, oh my gosh, we just seen a new KSI. This guy is going to destroy Jake Paul, and it is over. This guy, if he can't fight Jake Paul, he's going to do what Jake Paul couldn't do and beat Tommy Fury. Amazing work. Quick, got him out of there. A professional boxer. Got him out of there. He just did that. Amazing job. But then, 30 seconds later, I keep hearing Slim and Dean talking about an elbow. And I'm like, what do you mean, bro? How is that an elbow? I saw that in real time. Not real time, but I saw that real alive on TV. That looked to me like a beautiful right hook. Nothing suspicious about that. So they keep talking about it. Then they replay it in slow motion, and I'm like, oh, jeez. I'm like, what do I say about that? I have no idea what to say. I'm like, come on, bro, please do not. But I'm like, I literally did not see it, and I don't think the ref saw it either, because he would have done something about it. And then Joe, after that, keeps talking about, oh, he cheated, he did it on purpose. I mean, why would he cheat if you're winning the whole fight? He was getting destroyed. And my take still stands, regardless of right hook or left right elbow or forearm. I still think KSI smoked him, and he's ready for Jake Paul. That proved it. He proved that night, and he shouldn't let himself get down just because it doesn't count as a win. It doesn't really matter. He got the experience, and he proved himself and his coaches that he's ready for Jake Paul. He was beating that guy hard. He's got what it takes. He's got the cardio, he's got the power, he's got the speed. He's got everything it takes. He's got the chin, man. He will make a mistake, and he will get better and get back to it, man. That's all that matters, you know. So my thoughts on the elbow is that I mean, a no contest which was decided. I think it's very fair. You know, it is what it is. Accident happens. It wasn't intentional. A disqualification would be horrendous. It would be a terrible idea, terrible decision to make a disqualification. I think that was the right call by the professional PBA, which are getting. I think they were professional in making that decision. A no contest makes everybody happy, but doesn't really matter for KSI either way. No contest or a win for KSI doesn't really matter. We all know what he can do now. He is ready to fight Jake Paul, and if Jake Paul does not want the smoke, then Tommy Fury can get it. I think KSI will do better with Tommy than Jake Paul did. And yeah, I can't wait to watch this fight. And yeah, it's going to be a huge pay-per-view fight. Yeah, my thoughts are that KSI did great, man. Until the elbow, he did great. And the challenge, the decision was, I think it was fair from an unbiased point of view. And it was not cheating. He was not cheating. And yeah. And unfortunate, man. KSI fans really wanted to see a clean fight, clean knockout, but it just happens. It happens in boxing. Next time, maybe it'll be better, but it happens. Hopefully, Joe Fournier does not get too mad about this, and he can he can understand that it wasn't cheating, and he can hopefully Joe can get back to normal and keep fighting on the Misfits because he's a great talker, man. We love having Joe on there, but I just don't want to see him fight KSI again. We already saw what happened. There's no interest in that. Nobody would care anymore. But him fighting like Woodley would be a great matchup. So yeah, other than that, great fight, great weekend. A lot of upsets, a lot of great fights. But yeah, KSI, he did what he was supposed to do. He was better boxing than the actual boxer, and I respect. That was amazing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Should have been a disqualification or a KSI standing win. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments section. And make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys soon.